Hi everyone, it's Aiden here with etrailer.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Yakima JetStream roof rack system here on our 2014 Toyota Prius V. Now this roof rack is going to be great for getting the extra cargo up and out of your vehicle and onto your roof, whether you're making more legroom for your passengers on a long road trip with a rooftop basket or a box, putting luggage in there, or maybe you're carrying a kayak, a bike rack, or some skis that are larger, more awkward, that you wouldn't really be able to fit in your vehicle otherwise. It's going to give you a lot of options and really expand the possibilities of what you can carry with your vehicle. Let's check it out. Taking a look at the components here, let's start with the crossbars. These are going to be 50-inch long aero bars, and these are going to be great for a number of things. The arrow-shaped design is going to kind of cut down on that wind noise that we hear going down the road and taper off towards the end here. The other thing that's going to help with wind noise is the weather strip up here in the T-Track system. Now the nice thing about this T-Track system is you don't have to cut it to length when you're putting your accessories in. You can see here at the end that we just kind of push it down and slide our accessory into place, and we don't have to worry about cutting anything to length. On my roof rack, on my personal vehicle, I have to cut the weather strip if I want to add an accessory there. So while that system works, it's not the best, because if I ever change accessories or want to take that accessory out, I'm then left with gaps and cut pieces of weather strip. You don't have to worry about that with this system. The other nice thing about the crossbars is that they're going to give you a 165-pound weight capacity, which is on par with most roof rack systems. Just make sure you check your owner's manual for your vehicle's roof and go with the lowest rated component. The next part of our system is the towers here. Now these have the option to be locked with Yakima's same key system. You can purchase the lock cores separately, and if you have other Yakima accessories like a bike rack, a kayak carrier, or a ski carrier, you can lock that and use the same key for your roof rack here. I would definitely pick that up, because then it keeps people away from your system, keeps them from taking your crossbars, and prevents them from just coming up here and taking that cover off. Taking the cover off gives us access to all the parts here to uninstall or reinstall them. So I definitely like having that security. All we gotta do to put it back on is just pop it into place though. As far as construction and build quality goes, this whole system's built really well. You've got a nice black powder coated aluminum crossbar, so the nice thing about aluminum is you don't have to worry about rusting or corroding over time. You can also get them in silver if that matches your taste better, but it's all up to you there. And then coming down here to the feet and the clamps, these are going to be the points that make contact with our vehicle. And the nice thing here is that we've got a whole rubber pad here on the foot, and the whole inside of the clamp here is also rubber coated. So we're not going to have any damaging parts on our vehicle. It's going to keep everything looking nice and neat. And really the only thing left is how it installs. The process is pretty simple. Let's go through how we did that now. So we've already got our front crossbar installed, and the first thing we're going to do is start getting our back one set up here on the table. We've got one of our feet and towers here on the bar already, so all we're going to do is come to this end cap here, kind of lift up on this tab here to release it, and we can pull out like that, and that'll give us access to the track system here. We'll take our tower and our foot, and we're going to attach those together. So the tower is going to sit on the bar like this, and we want our foot with this arrow facing outward. So what I'm going to do is just set that down there, kind of line up this bar with this slot. I like to do this first because you can kind of just push down on the table there. It makes it really easy. And then take our T-Track bolt right here, slide that into the track, and we've got these markings here. They're really hard to see. You kind of got to catch the light right to see them. But these are going to be for our measurements. For our back crossbar here, I know that I need to set it at 37 3/4. So I'll just get that edge of the foot lined up with that hash right there. And then we can go ahead and tighten it down. Now you've got 2 points of adjustment here. You've got this inner one here, which will kind of set our tower offset one direction or the other. We're going to tighten that down right there on the center. So this is going to lock our foot and our tower into position on the crossbar. And using our included tool, we'll hear a click pretty soon here, letting us know that it's torqued down. And the second point of adjustment we have right here is our pitch. So let me loosen this up real quick so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. This little bar here will kind of move around in the slot as the foot pivots. Again, this can be found in your instructions, but for our back crossbar, we're going to stay right in the middle. We'll do the same thing we did before. Tighten that down with the tool, and hear a click. So with those in place, we're ready to set our bar on top of our roof. We're just going to set it loosely in place right now, reaching across either side. Now these feet right here, we've got a little bit of a lip on our Prius today. We want these feet sitting basically on top of that lip. Some fit kits will kind of reach over and conform to that lip. This one's just going to sit right on top. Now to get the exact spacing and position of this back bar, we're going to use our front crossbar as reference. For that front one, we just measured from the windshield up to the front. And for this back one, we're just going to measure from the center to the center of this one. So right here, we're going to scoot this in a little bit here. A little bit more from there. And that's going to be about right there. So now we can go ahead and grab our clamps and get this secured. So to get our clamp secured, we're going to come over to the tower here and take note of a couple things. We've got this gray cover here that we're just going to kind of pop out of place. And we've got our bolt here. There's this rectangular block on the bolt, and I'll try to kind of pop it up there. It's really hard to see, but there's a hook-shaped tab there. And that hook is going to basically go in this hole of the clamp and kind of pull it tight. Underneath here, there's a small slot where the foot or the clamp can kind of slide up into place. So we'll push that into place. And as I pull it back, you see that that hook is latched on. It's good to go. And you can see here it's a little bit tight. We want this clamp to go around the door jamb there. So we'll just take that same tool that we did before and kind of loosen this bolt up. What that's going to do is allow it to slide into place there, and we'll start tightening it up. Now don't go all the way yet. I've got the clamp loosely installed on the other side as well. And the reason we want to do that is because if I just start tightening this down without the clamp over there, it's just going to pull the whole roof bar towards me and off the edge of the car. So we want to kind of tighten it evenly back and forth. So this should be good for this side now. I'll hop over to the other side and kind of continue that process. And coming back over to this side, we'll do our final tightening. We hear those clicks from our tool letting us know that we're all tightened down properly. I'll close that cover back down. Take our cover for the tower here, kind of hook that in the bottom and push that in at the top. If you've got lock cores that you've already added, you can lock those now. And if you haven't put your end caps back on your crossbars yet, you can do that as well. And now we can see it's nice and secure. Go ahead and close our door, and you're good to go. And that's about all there is for the install. The whole process was pretty straightforward, and you can see it's really secure on the vehicle. We can shake the whole thing back and forth by either one of the bars, so that lets us know that it's really secure and it's going to serve you really well. Really, the hardest part about the install is just differentiating between which parts go to the front crossbar or the rear, and just getting all those measurements. But with your instructions, it's not that bad. In the end though, I think it's going to be a really great roof rack for your Prius. Again, my name's Aiden here at eTrailer. Thanks for watching.